I'm still calling bullshit on the WWE women's division. A few months ago, I posted a video on my Instagram that till this day is the video with the most engagement. In this video, I proposed that the WWE should add 2 mid-card titles to the main roster in the women's division. The titles I mentioned was a Women's United States Champion and a Women's Intercontinental Champion. So it could be equal with the men's in the main roster. Aside from the fact that the AI voiceover fucked up and said Stephanie Stratton instead of Tiffany, there were 3 opposing comments. 1, the women don't have enough storylines. 2, the women's roster is stacked. And 3, my good old friend Alan Owens just posted a video on his brand new YouTube channel talking about the same situation, and one of the things that he mentioned was that there isn't enough TV time for the women's roster. So I'm calling bullshit on all 3. Before we move on, subscribe and make sure you comment. It's very important to me that you comment and we could keep the conversation going. I will try my best to upload daily videos. At the moment, it's not something I could promise because of work, but most of you guys on Instagram and TikTok do actually ask me for long form content. So I'm going to give it a go at this. Now, let's get back to the video. First, the women don't have enough story. Well, no shit, Sherlock. The WWE decided that it was a good idea to unify the women's NXT tag team titles with the main roster women's tag team titles. That left us with 2 champions, the WWE Women's Champion and the World Heavyweight Women's Champion. And this is the main reason why having more titles for the women's roster benefits everybody. Each of these titles will have to be earned, will have to be fought for. Let's use NXT as an example. Now with the current Women's North American title. 4 different feuds, 4 different storylines came out of a tournament leading to a ladder match to earn this title. Can you imagine the storylines that can be created in the main roster when you bring a mid-card title for each show, meaning Raw and SmackDown? Second, the women's roster is not stacked. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, but there's 80 women in the roster right now. So we have 5 titles in the women's division. That's 1 title per every 20 women's. And I say per every 20 because we're counting the tag team titles, right? Now you got to keep in mind, women get far less TV time. So the percentage is very, very, very low. And I know what most of you guys are going to say. If you add those titles, there are going to be way too many titles. Well, fuck it then. Look at how exciting Clash at the Castle feels this year. Because there's 5 matches. And all 5 of these matches are for a title. PLEs should be about defending titles. In my opinion, a special event should be for special matches. There should be nothing more special in pro wrestling than to defending your title, unless you have a CM Punk and Drew McIntyre situation. So fuck it, if having more titles means that PLE's matches is going to be all about defending titles, then that's a good problem to have. Now back to what Alan said, which is something I previously mentioned, not enough time. And I can understand that 1000%. But you see, I'm the type of person that I know how to pick my fights. I didn't speak about this last year or the year before that or the year before that or the year before. Well, you see where I'm going with this. I'm speaking about this now, and the reason why this is coming up now is because a few months from now, WWE will be entering the Netflix era. Netflix means no commercials. No commercials means more time. That could be filled up with segments. That could be filled up with more matches. Hear me out for a minute. Monday Night Raw airs on TV for 3 hours. Out of those 3 hours, only 1 hour and 40 minutes are actual show time. Can you imagine what WWE could do with just 40 minutes out of that 1 hour and 20 minutes left? Or maybe, just maybe, it's about time WWE thinks about a 3rd show in the main roster. I mean, they are currently at their peak. Anything that WWE throws out there, people are going to watch. Wrestling is at its best time ever right now. But can you imagine somebody like Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green getting a mid-card title and holding it for sometimes, let's say 6 months? Especially somebody like Tiffany, like Alan said in his video, give it to her for 6 months, and after that, put a rocket on her back straight to the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship main event scene. But again, what's your thoughts on this? Would you like to see a mid-card title in the women's division? Do you think it's due time? Do you think they deserve to have a mid-card title? Let's talk about it, because that's what you follow me for, or should follow me.